Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
Some thunderstorms starting to dot across the landscape. If you look off towards the east, southeast about an hour ago now, east, northeast, as we've had another storm in the far northwestern section, just a little squidget of Deschutes County. We're getting a couple with a few good lightning strikes as well. Let's go out to the sky cam and I'll show you what we've got. You can see clear skies otherwise here across downtown. It's a hot one as well, but there's some of the debris clouds, or what we call the leftovers of the cumulonimbus clouds. It's a technical term for what a thunderstorm cloud is. And then we've also got some behind us as well, back off towards the northeast, that are looking to be a little more ominous. It is 93 degrees, as we expected today would be hot again. Yesterday, the cloud cover from the thunderstorms that were further south of us kept things a little cooler in the afternoon. We might see that scenario again tomorrow, but there is also a good chance that if we don't necessarily get that cloud cover, if the storms don't fire, that we will be looking at another hot day, and that will also increase the thunderstorm threat. All right, here's a live look on a Storm Tracker 9 live radar sweep. You can see the one just south of Oak Ridge near Willamette Pass, kind of raining out whatever it's got at this point. Had a couple of good lightning strikes, probably some small hail. And then just to the north of that, that's where we're starting to see a pretty good one here as you move your way across 242. Nice little cell at the center of that. And this is all because we've got an upper level low that's sitting just offshore. What I've got for you right here is what we call the water vapor imagery. Basically, it tells you how much moisture is in the air. This little slot that you can see, the little sort of almost kind of looks like a black hole, that's the low itself. And then you can see all the moisture continuing to be pulled in ahead of that. And a good southwesterly flow with the jet stream is going to continue to keep at least the chance for some thunderstorms generating. Now, it also helps that it's very warm outside, sitting in the low 90s in Eugene, low 90s down in Roseburg, same thing out into Bend, and same thing as you go across most of the Willamette Valley. Meanwhile, you get out to the coast, the marine clouds have just kind of been hovering along the coast most of the day, keeping it overcast, mostly cloudy, and temperatures cool in the upper 50s and low 60s. So unfortunately, that won't be a good spot to check out the supermoon tonight. It will be clear everywhere else, though. We'll see temperatures only falling into the upper 50s and low 60s. Highs across the state today, over 100 degrees in Medford, Pendleton, the Dalles, 90s from Portland all the way down towards Roseburg, and cooler at the coast. There's our low that will be swinging northward with the southerly flow of the jet. Hot high pressure continues to be anchored across the entire western United States, and that's going to keep us very, very hot over the next couple of days. Now, over the next 24 hours, our stormcast, not real bullish on pulling in some showers and thunderstorms early, and most of them tries to crank them way off to the west or east of us here. I think the better shot that we'll see by late tomorrow afternoon will likely be across the central southern valley and then pushing northward. Portland could see some real nasty ones by late tomorrow evening. We'll keep a real close watch on it. Either way, the coast, unfortunately, staying mostly cloudy. Temperatures will be in the mid to low 60s. Great to get away from the heat, though. We'll be a little cooler because I do think we'll carry some of that cloud cover in the Umpqua, but it'll be just one day of that. Some strong thunderstorms in the afternoon expected up in the Cascades. Central Oregon will sizzle once again, and then we'll add some thunderstorm activity to that. And here in the Willamette Valley, we'll be in the upper 80s tomorrow. That's if the clouds stick around. If they don't, could see another day in the low 90s, and then we'll see things really crank up as we get into early next week, Jen. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, upper 90s to about 100 degrees in the Umpqua before we finally cool down late in the week. Cascades thunderstorm threat decreases, but the heat increases. And we'll see the same thing here in the Willamette Valley, about 87 tomorrow, mid 90s by the time we get to Tuesday. Not good for folks that don't have AC, and overnight lows will only dip down into the mid 60s, so you can't cool at night either. And that's the worst part of all of this.
Yeah, that supermoon was so cool though last night.
Wait till tonight. It's going to be super neat.
Super neat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin.
You bet.